Hello, all you beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another episode on Goa, which is going to be about a third day in this wonderful place. We had a quick breakfast and headed towards the holy Tirupati Balaji temple at first, then to the famous Mangueshi temple, after which we had a scrumptious meal. Then we were off to the much awaited Coco Beach to witness some dolphins. Then we headed towards the Dona Paulo jetty, after which we were in for the Mandhavi river cruise. We also saw few places where famous Bollywood movies were shot. At last, we bid goodbye to Panjim by halting to admire the beautiful church, the Lady of Immaculate Conception, and returned to Baga to crash for the night. Located at Kankulam village, South Goa, around 20 kilometers from the capital city of Panjim, the Tirupati Balaji temple is dedicated to Lord Venkateshwara, Lord Ganesha and Goddess Padmavati, with a metal Garur Stamba right in front of the temple. Puja and Aarti is done by the temple pujaris if requested, and by paying a certain amount, special pujas are performed, especially during Navratri. Sri Balaji is taken out in a majestic chariot during the Brahmotsavam festival. It is nestled in the lap of greenery and serenity. Lying at a very close proximity of 2.4 kilometers, Mangueshi temple was our next stop, which lies in Mardol, Goa. This temple is dedicated to Lord Mangesh, an incarnation of Lord Shiva. It's one of the largest temples in Goa and also the most frequently visited one. The temple is an abode of various shrines of deities having exquisite, elegant structures, worth admiring, taking into account its designs, intricate patterns, 19th century chandeliers, and vibrant colors, having a clean and spacious complex. It dates back to 1560, so the temple stands tall with all its glory till today, being 450 years old, inclusive of a water tank which is the oldest part of the temple, adding to its majestic feel a magnificent 7-story Deepsthamb or the lamp tower, a sabhagriya or a meeting hall capacious enough to hold 500. The idol of Mangesh is taken out for a procession in a palki every Monday, and the daily rituals follow throughout the other days. And at a very reasonable price, a sattvic meal is served in the in-house canteen. Y'all must have noticed that I missed showing y'all the main shrines. It's because taking photographs inside was strictly prohibited. And what y'all are seeing right now are the colorful stalls on the way to the temple for the visitors to carry along with them souvenirs back home. We feel really blessed having been able to have a glimpse of these holy shrines by the grace of God. Now this is the place where we stopped by to have our lunch for the day, and it says Nivant. It's in the middle where there weren't any houses and shops nearby. A decent multi-cuisine family restaurant where I tried squid for the first time. The menu gives you lots of options and the food was yum. After relishing on some delicious food, we headed towards the Coco Beach, which is famous for dolphin trip, rather than just playing with the waves on the beach. We were in for a treat for the eyes. Well, I wanted to catch a glimpse of the dolphins and was hoping to do so. These ferries charge you 300 each and take you to witness some dolphins and a few significant places of Goa, situated on the islands over there. So like I said, the location is Coco Beach near Candolim Beach, which is open from 9 am to 5 pm. and the activity duration lasts around 45 minutes to 1 hour. This is worth trying as it's an amazing feeling while you're in for such an experience watching the friendly and most loved aquatic creatures, the bottlenose dolphins, while enjoying the scenic beauty sailing on pristine waters of the Arabian Sea. You can also book your own private boat, which will cost you rupees 3,000. And as the ferry sails along, they keep you briefing about the important landmarks we pass by, like the Governor's Bungalow, the Central Jail of Goa, and a stately palatial bungalow of a diamond merchant, also known as Jimmy's Bungalow. Iconic Bollywood movies were shot in these beautiful locations, like Hasina Maan Jayegi and Bhutnath, to name a few. So after that wonderful ferry experience, we've reached Donna Paula Jetty, another famous location of Goa. Donna Paula Jetty, also known as the Lover's Paradise, is famous for the view that it offers of the mighty Arabian Sea. One can try scooter and motorboat rides here. It opens right from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and no entry fee is charged. It's currently under construction, so one cannot walk right up to the iconic statue. Scenes of the movie Ek Duje Ke Liye was shot in this location, which made the place even more popular. Later, the very famous action sequence of Rohit Shetty's film Singham was shot here. Next up, we quickly left for the famous Mandhavi river cruise, another must-do if at all you are in the state capital, Panjim. We thoroughly enjoyed the ride with the picturesque scenery, which was truly captivating, especially during the sunset, which is why we opted for the evening cruise. This lets you experience the breathtaking view during the dusk as well as the night view, which is another sight you should not miss. With all the cruises and boats as well as the city shores all lit up in various colors. The view was really enchanting. The cruise duration was of 1 hour 45 minutes and we were charged 500 or 600 each, which is exclusive of food and drinks, which you can easily avail on the ship by paying the respective amount. There are dinner cruises as well, which offers you a buffet. But like I've already mentioned, we wanted to witness the twilight as well as the night lights. And we had to travel back to our hotel back in Baga. The cruise has two sections where there is an air-conditioned area at the bottom where the guests were welcomed and seated to watch a few Goan dance performances. They played peppy music and asked the couples, the ladies and the gentlemen to go up on the stage and dance respectively, one group after the other, encouraging and entertaining the guests to have fun. Later, the seats were arranged and made way for the people to groove on the dance floor in the middle, a disco sort. As the sun set, the people got busy into climbing up the upper deck, which was an open, airy one, to enjoy the dusk view. And slowly, as the day gave in to the starry night, the scene was a sight to behold, especially with all the casinos, the Atal Setu Bridge and the city all lit up. It's a fun and a must-do activity to go on board if you are in a group, especially with family, and yes, they invite the kids too to shake a leg. And by the way, the name of our ship was the Paulo Cruise. There are few others too from which you can choose, but the service provided is the same, depending upon the package and its rates. It's a fun activity to go on board if you are in a group, especially with your family. And yes, the kids were invited too to shake a leg. All the famous casinos of Goa lie on this river, like the Delton Royale, Big Daddy, Delton Jack, Casino Carnival, and the Majestic Pride. Yes, there are other casinos too belonging to chain of hotels on land, but the fact that these lie afloat is what interests the people the most. We also saw many popular shooting locations on the way, from churches to statues and streets to buildings, like this one, which is called Old GMC Complex, where famous scenes of the movie Golmaal and others were shot. Out of many churches in Goa, each one having its own beauty, we stopped by to see this amazing church called Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception, locally known as the Panjim Church, built in the year 1541, which exudes Portuguese Baroque style. It was a sight to behold, with all the lights adding to its glory. Films like Josh, Ashiki 2, Simba and Malang were shot here. This church has the second largest bell in Goa after the Say Cathedral bell, which is the largest. At last, with tick marks on our to-do list for the day, we contently headed back to Baga Beach. A quick stroll and a wholesome dinner. We reached our hotel.